Hi everyone, Lisa here for Whimsy Stamps. Thanks for taking the time to join me. So today I have a Slimline card to share with you featuring the Alpha Doodle stamp set. Plus, I'm going to show you how I use my background stamps to create continuous patterns for Slimline cards. Laid out here, I have a few things I found made this technique much easier. Repositionable tape and my stamp positioning tool. Now I'm using inexpensive paper, but you could use grid paper if you have it. I'm applying the tape to the back of the cardstock and then placing it in the MISTI, making sure I have that snug in one corner and that it's straight. Just in case there happens to be any shifting, we know exactly where to go back with it. I'm using the cross stitch heart background stamp. I'm going to place it in the center of the MISTI. Now, it doesn't have to be exact. You just want some space to the left and the right of the stamp. We're going to lift that lid, ink this up, and stamp it. Now, you can use any ink you have on hand. Just make sure to give the ink adequate time to dry. And the most important thing to keep in mind is that your image is clear. No blurriness. It makes lining the pattern up much easier. So now that we have the image stamped, we're going to grab a scrap piece of paper again. 3.5 inches by 8.5 inch panel is what I'm using. Everything we do at this point is just setting us up for success when we stamp and heat emboss the actual panel we will be using. So I have the panel lined up nice and straight, and I'm going to go ahead and draw some lines through that stamped image on the top and bottom of the panel. Then we'll shift the panel to the right, making sure to line it up with the edge of the stamped image. And we're going to draw 2 more lines at the top. We're creating corners so that we know exactly where to come in with our card panel. Well, we're going to go ahead and stamp this again. So now that we have this stamped, we're going to shift the panel to the left and we're going to line up that stamped pattern. I'm going to take my pencil and draw a line at the right end of the panel. So when I come back in for the second time to stamp this, I know exactly where to place my panel. We're going to cover up what we just stamped with some purple tape. You can use washi tape, painter's tape, whatever you have. Stamp it again and then carefully remove the tape to reveal our continuous pattern across our slimline panel. So now that we have everything set up, let's go ahead and do the actual panel for our card. We place the panel in there, we stamp it, pull it out, add our embossing powder, and heat set it. We're going to do that again. Place the panel back in the MISTI, lining it up with the pattern. Add our purple tape, stamp it one more time, remove that purple tape, add our embossing powder, and then heat set it again. You can see there we have a perfectly straight, continuous pattern. Okay, so let's do a little bit of ink blending with this. Distress oxides, I'm using candied apple, carved pumpkin, squeezed lemonade, twisted citron, salty ocean, and wilted violet, just to do that rainbow background. I'm going to stamp the images from the Alpha Doodle stamp set and the Fadoodles 2 stamp set, then run them through the scan and cut. I trimmed that background panel down and added it to my Slimline card base. Of course, I have to add some gold details with my gel pen to the cutout images, a little bit of mounting foam to adhere them to the card, and I do believe that's going to wrap us up. Now, before I end the video, I want to say, this is my approach to this technique. This is how my brain worked it out. Now, I tried moving the stamp from side to side. I tried stamping on acetate. I tried it all. And this is what worked best for me. I found this to be the quickest way to get it done. Are there easier ways? Probably, but this was just my thought process and me figuring it out. If you want to give it a try, let me know how it works for you. So I do want to say I really appreciate you taking the time to join me. If you are liking the content that you're getting on the channel, I hope you'll click the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of new content. Always feel free to share these videos with your crafty friends. And for more information about the products used, head over to the Whimsy Stamps website, and I hope you have an amazing day.